You are now tuned into the dopest podcast in the world, Krown Jewels Podcast.
It's the Krown Jewels Podcast. It's the Krown Jewels Podcast. If you know, you know.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy Gemini the Great, James the Gemini,
Janae the Bay.
Hey, and it's another episode of Krown Jewels Podcast. I had some claps, but everything a little off today. We'll plug them in later. Post production. What's up with y'all though?
Ain't nothing, man. What's good with you, my good brother?
Man, long week, man.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
For the books.
Yeah, I mean, well, we recorded. We on this bi-weekly setup now, so it's been a lot of stuff going on in the last couple weeks, man.
No doubt.
It's always something.
How y'all been? How you been, Janae?
Blessed. Can't complain.
Yeah,
No complaints here. Life's been good.
man.
Well,
So-
in the good, no way.
Right. y'all corona free? Y'all make it through the two?
Man.
Yeah.
I went stocked up on my Lysol, my Paracel. Nah, I'm okay.
Man,
I
real
need to go
talk.
get some of that Corona beer though. I heard this one for the low now.
Their production went, or their sales went down, right?
Yeah.
They were trying to believe that, yeah.
Think about like almost 40%.
Yeah.
Might need to go stock up, man.
Man, look, I
Resale.
went by Walmart the other day and just going through like getting my little cleaning supplies. Man, Lysol is sold out.
Out. And the
What?
Clorox wipes.
Yeah. And
Out.
especially the great value version. That is
man.
gone.
Yeah. Man, but I don't know. None of us have caught it yet.
Hey, shout out to melanin skin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the melanin
Very
skin.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We safe for now, so.
I'm trying to tell you.
So man, but it's crazy. I think I heard there about 6 deaths in the U.S. so far.
Yeah, in Washington, a nursery home. A nursing home. There we go. I said nursery.
No, and that's crazy. Like I just read, and it's like breaking, but I read yesterday, I posted it on my page that they shut down South by Southwest.
yeah.
Yeah, that was big,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
over like $300 million. You know
Man, I'm
what
telling you.
Yeah.
Like
They getting scared.
Austin gonna be hurtful the next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
The police finna step it up in Austin. Like it is not the year to go to Austin. They finna give you all kind of tickets.
Right.
And when isn't jambalaya coming up too?
Yeah. I believe May. Yeah.
Hey,
I think
get
the
under
scare
control
will be
by
died
then.
down by
I
then.
think so
Maybe,
too.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, man, like think about what happened to SARS, swine flu, Ebola, bird flu, mad cow disease.
Yeah.
Like what happened to all this other stuff that it came and went? It spent like 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was like a relationship. They came for 2 months and was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Within the night. Yeah, you never heard anything else about it.
Yeah.
It's wild how that happens.
Yeah,
It
so-
comes and
Yeah,
goes.
I mean, Trump
come and go.
said it just needs to get hot, and then it'll all go away.
This dude Trump. Dog.
Population control.
So I'm gonna go right into speaking of Trump. Y'all been keeping up with politics?
A little bit. I catch a little some here and there. I've been seeing all the people dropping out lately.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's
Man.
what I've been seeing.
So do y'all think that this is a plot? Like we're gonna get all these people in there, stir up, you know what I'm saying, stir up everybody, and then just make them fall off so we can pick who we want to have in the office.
Man, that's certain. That's some thoughtful provoking, man. It's crazy how everybody's dropped out, and all of a sudden they was just immediately right behind Biden. You know what I'm saying? So that appears to make it look staged. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. But I advise anybody to always be skeptical, man.
It was always
Bro, I'm telling you, like I thought, like the Pacquiao and Floyd fight was the biggest fight of the century, but the biggest fight, like they jumped my boy Bernie. They jumped Bernie.
They did.
This was like a whole bunch of people just went in on Bernie. He's still hanging in there, but he kind of hurt.
Yeah, he is. He took one to the eye, the jaw.
he's so old. Do you really think he's
I mean,
gonna make it
they
in?
all
But they
are,
all-
They are, but Bernie old.
I mean,
man.
what Trump like 70 something?
Trump's
I
all
don't
that. I
even
mean,
know.
hey, man.
I didn't pay attention to that man that much.
Yeah, I mean Bernie an old one, but I think he got 4 more years in him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I pray so.
I mean,
Man, you just hope that if whoever get in there do something they say they're gonna do, man. But
They always
What are the
say
chances?
they always talk about it, and then by the time they get up in there, it's something completely different than what they talked about on their campaign.
I mean, all I know is shout out to everybody who didn't vote for Mike Bloomberg. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVP because we had no place in there for him, dog. Like, he was terrible.
You saw, you saw his commercials?
And he was pumping them out.
He was, man.
Like, bruh, I was waiting for him to have a commercial with a future feature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had every black...
All of us.
Man.
Bro, he could have took that half a bill, bro, and did something much better than
for real.
Putting it into a campaign, bro.
And that goes to show you, I feel like, that you see his agenda, man, versus what he... Because, I mean, half a meal... If he had an actual agenda, actual course of plan for bettering the United States, you could have put that into a lot of different organizations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to improve people or whatever.
Right.
And he dropped the ball on that. Like, he spent it on something useless, pumping out black commercials. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's all he was doing, is pandering to the black community.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all.
And that's the funniest part of, like, the whole politics thing. Like, this time of year or this time of the season when they voting, you get to see who gonna start tap dancing for black people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That's all they do.
It's
They
always
just
somebody. It's always one.
yeah. So that's been wild watching all of that, man.
I don't have to.
Shout out to Katherine Johnson.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yes.
Katherine Johnson, the first black employee of NASA, the first computer, the first mathematician. You know what I'm saying? That movie, man, that she had called Hidden Figures.
Yeah, it was dope.
Super important. Like, if you got a daughter and you ain't seen it, take your daughter to see it, show it to her, whatever. Like, that show you that black women can do anything they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
She actually went to HBCU, though, in West Virginia State. I had never heard of it before finding out who she was. So I wonder why, you know what I'm saying? They just hadn't pumped that up, you know what I'm saying?
For real. She made it to 101, though.
101.
You know what I'm saying? So she's seen a lot of...
She's seen a lot. Yeah, but I haven't heard about it either. Only from watching the movie. Other than that, never heard of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something, like, one of the most important things, events or jobs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's crazy. Like, not even to take it back to, you know what I'm saying, Black History Month and all of that. But it's crazy that they stick with the same 10 figures of Black history. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people who have done stuff. Like, I mean, even since then, you know what I'm saying, through the 80s, through the 70s, you know what I'm saying, they just have accomplished so many things. And they just seem to, like, keep that on the hush.
That was part of the plan.
Yeah.
I want us to be great.
Yeah. So, hey, it's March.
It is. March Madness.
Man. And International Women's Month.
Okay.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying.
I just found out about this a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just finding about it.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah. I said something about it on Facebook and they tore my ass up, dog. Like, I was like, y'all just inventing months? I mean, inventing holidays?
I've never heard of March being.
This is my first time hearing it, too.
I've never heard of it. Everything's a national something day, national something month. It's always something.
What does it entail? I mean, it's just, you might as well make it Women's Day. Just why it's got to be international?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Who came up with this?
Yeah, I'm keeping quiet on this. I got my ass toe up.
I bet.
Well, what are you going to tear me up? I'm a woman.
Right, hey. But shout out to the women. We need y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you. We love y'all.
So, Harvey Weinstein.
Uh-huh.
Man. So, since the last time we met up, looks like he was found guilty of some rape charges.
Yeah.
Y'all heard about it?
Yeah, they say they were the more lighter charges, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he was charged with something. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, I saw that this was brought up back in like 2017?
Yeah.
It's 2020. They just now get around to this.
You know, they give them time to get their affairs.
Get the rest of the rest of their stuff done.
He
Get their hands dirty a little bit
too many
more.
years. But I see they moved him to Rikers though.
Yeah, after his heart surgery went well, so he's at Rikers now.
He probably got a good plush
in Rikers
facility.
Rikers tough, man. I don't know.
They gonna put the pause on him.
Right. Somebody said he gonna try to kill himself, man.
Think so? I doubt it, man.
I think he's too old to pull himself up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he can barely walk. He's a walker.
I think that's a ploy.
What do you think? Because it's crazy. Because Bill didn't go blind until it was time to go to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he went blind at trial. You know, so I don't know, man. Like, I feel like dude should have been out of here. I feel like they put the cushion around him for as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? To help him avoid, you know what I'm saying, going to jail. I mean, he had a lot of long money, so he had a lot of people working for him. Right. So, of course, he going to get the lesser of all his charges, which he should probably be under the jail.
But I heard, but I heard also that I was listening to the radio, they were saying that he's just a sex addict. That was the excuse they were using. He can't help himself. He's a sex addict, and he just, something in him just makes him jump and do it. Right now. I gotta go rape her right now. Man. They always got some kind of excuse.
That's how they gonna start. That's how the world gonna change, man. It's gonna start with, well, he's a sex addict. It's okay. That's his self. Yeah. Then it's gonna change to, well, he just like kids, and it's okay. That's his self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was born this way. Why won't you accept his truth? You know, it's gonna
if you notice, the world reacts more to what you say rather than what you do. You know what I'm saying? They get offended by what you're saying, words, anything, than the actual action.
Nah, if he was over here probably, making dogs fight or raping dogs or something, they'd be like, oh no, he must be sentenced to death because they care more about dogs and animals than they do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
It's crazy.
All right, Deontay Wilder, man. Wilder had a rematch against Tyson Fury. Last fight, it was a draw. Deontay Wilder, it should have been a loss. And I like Deontay Wilder. I really support how he moved, but he should have lost the first one. But they did a rematch. And the rematch, it looked like he just didn't show up. Like he caught off of work or something. He just came to the ring and handed over his belt. Like, he'd have been better off handing over his belt than getting into the ring.
Right.
And did y'all see it? Did y'all happen to see it?
Yeah, I caught it. Fight-wise, if looking at the art of boxing, it was simple. Fury put on the weight. He went in and he muscled him. Yeah. And he walked him down and he beat his ass. And that was that. I was disappointed in how he took the loss. You know what I'm saying? And maybe him taking that first L was hard for him to process, hard for him to digest, but don't blame it on the costume. Because I was with you on the costume. I seen the Black Knight. It was Black History Month.
It was dope.
I was actually feeling that. So don't blame it there, bro. You just wasn't ready, bro. That boy put on that weight. Yeah. And I think Wilder put on like 15 pounds too. So he was maybe out of his element a little bit. He wasn't as quick as he usually is. So just learn, take the L better, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They said that it was a video I saw. Once you start saying stuff, they start digging up on everything on you. So I saw a video of him on the Joe Rogan podcast where he said that he trains in a 45-pound suit.
Yeah.
Like with weights on. And so if you train normally in 45-pound suit and then you wear a 40-pound suit for 15 minutes before the fight,
what's the difference?
Yeah. The thing is, I talked to my granddad about this. That's my sports person. So I talked to my granddad, and he was like, I've never seen a boxer with such skinny legs.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? You're right. I said, you look back at Iron Mike back in the day. Mike Tyson had tree stumps. Like, his legs were real thick. Yeah. I was like, Deontay do got some thin legs. And I was like, and he depends too much on that power punch.
Right hand. Yeah. That's his savior. He know that's all he have. And unfortunately, man, you keep hoping fight after fight that he's not gonna learn a jab. You learn to really seriously continue to throw that jab and work on them hooks. But that right hand is all he got. That's what it depends on, man.
And I think he tried to trade off a couple with Fury. Like, all right, I'm gonna let him get a couple dabs in, because as soon as he hit me, I'm gonna hit him with this overhand, and it's over. It's gonna look official. And like Fury, like, I don't want to like Fury, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I don't either, but I gotta respect him, though.
You got to. He's a for real boxer. Like, he's a for real fighter, man. And I just didn't want to like him, but I'm like, dog, he applied that pressure. He tired his legs out. Yeah. He laid that body on top of him. You know what I'm saying? Man, Wilder just was out of his league in this one, bro. And
for him to take that gypsy, man. Have y'all ever seen the movie Brad Pitt was in? I think I can't remember the name.
I heard about it.
He was a gypsy, but he was a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Fight Club.
No, it wasn't Fight Club. I can't think of the name of it for nothing.
It's another. I heard somebody talking about it when they was talking about it.
Yeah, but it's a pretty good movie, though. But him being the Gypsy King, man, he was with it, man. He was with the shit.
I mean, he had a straight plan. He told him that they was going to apply that pressure on Deontay, and he applied that pressure. He came straight, because usually when you're watching the fight, Wilder's usually the aggressor. Right. And he flipped it on him, kind of threw him off his game.
Even if he would have had this, if he could have had that straight and that jab working, man, Deontay could survive against somebody like that. But I don't want to see this third fight, though.
I don't either. I really think maybe in a couple of years, But I think Deontay need to go fight a couple other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's my guy who won on the heavyweight card underneath him?
Martin.
I think Martin, something like that.
Talking about, yeah.
I think he should probably go run it with him. Maybe Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Fight a couple other people. He need to take Floyd up on that fight. On that Floyd made a comment that he would offer to train him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he need to take Floyd up on that offer. You know what I'm saying?
And just get that work in, man.
Get that, yeah. I mean, he the defensive king. You know what I'm saying when it comes to fighting. So
Floyd messed everybody up because he got you thinking that you're not supposed to lose out there.
He did. He messed boxing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? and that's what people don't give him like Floyd the credit for. That he's a once in a lifetime type of fighter.
Right.
So he messed Floyd up. I mean, he messed the game up in boxing because everybody think that now, but. I mean, you think about traditionally all heavyweights, they done took an L.
Yeah, it's gonna come down the pipeline. Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I think he should chill on that fight all the way.
Man, learn how to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. We still ride with you.
It's okay to take an L every once in a while.
Yeah. But I know it's surging through him. He probably ain't taking that. I was like, man, people need to call and check on him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't taking that L well at all. Let me see. I'm gonna jump into a couple other little news segments. I seen this and I thought this was kind of crazy. It was a transgender inmate who was born male, transitioned into female, was arrested, and was housed in a prison with other females, and all of a sudden started raping females. You know what I'm saying? And
that sounds like Orange is the New Black.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like. Cool, man. I don't never want to seem like I'm gay bashing, trans bashing, phobia, whatever. I ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're gonna start seeing more of this. The more we start accepting, because I mean, it's starting here. They got transgender females boxing. I mean, you know, like they playing UFC, they doing sports, they breaking records, they injuring real women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you housing them in with women, and then all of a sudden they coming up raped, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's only gone. I mean, look, man, be who you want to be, live how you want, but we as a society need to start like putting some boundaries out there.
Yep.
What they'll probably end up doing is you have to be your testosterone level has to be a certain number before you can probably integrate into, you know what I'm saying, dealing with true women, I guess, you know what I'm saying, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
But in some states, don't they, or some, like either they can continue to get their hormones and some they can't, right?
I don't know how it went.
Because I know they said this person, I don't know their name, but they were still getting their hormones.
Okay.
But then I know like in Orange and New Black, I don't know how true that is.
Exactly.
They weren't giving them his hormones to
right,
continue
so
to be
he
a
was
woman.
tripping, yeah.
So I wonder if it's a state by state,
And see, and my thing is that I'm confused because I know, like, I watched Beyond Scared Straight, and I remember watching that, and it was like, I think a gay teen that was on there that was having troubles, and they had like a pod that was just for other alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And so they would put them away because, you know, those men couldn't take it inside with the real men.
Right.
So they put them in an alternative lifestyle pod for protection. So I just don't understand like why that didn't apply. Like when we start getting into these blurred lines, you know what I'm saying?
They'll be treated equal like everyone else, but kind of.
I mean, prison system is complex because in every state you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
There's, I guess, different degrees of awfulness. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and that's what I feel like women usually, not all, but they usually stand up and defend a lot of like homosexual activity and whatever. They support them a lot, and that's cool. But when they start replacing y'all or hurting y'all too much, y'all gonna have to start standing up and saying, "Hey, the line is drawn. You can't come on this side." Like you know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing against what you choose. That's you. But I mean, like I was watching the UFC. It was I can't even remember her name, but transgender woman, and it looked like a woman, but she fight like a man, and she was breaking women's jaws, and like she was breaking arms, and she was really like going up the chart, like ranking. And I feel like that's truly unfair.
It is. She has a totally different power, like hormones or not. You still you were born with a different type of power. So she was like really damaging women. The fact that y'all allowing her to really sock off on a woman like that, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if that's the case, you might as well just say that there is no men league and women league. Let's just fuse them all together.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
So the world we live in today.
Yeah. We gotta start setting some boundaries here on what's going on. Dylan Roof. Y'all know Dylan Roof?
Yeah, I remember Dylan Roof, man.
Dylan Roof, man.
Dylan Roof.
This guy. So he's supposed to be doing a hunger strike because he said that he's being treated unfair by inmates.
Oh, man.
Not by inmates, by guards.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
no, his exact words: verbally harassed and abused without cause, and treated disproportionately harsh.
So they just talking shit to him.
Yeah.
But you was a cold-blooded killer, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, this bullshit.
Man.
Yeah. He lucky he's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, be grateful for that. But I heard he's trying to get an appeal. He's working on an appeal. Trying to say he's mentally ill.
Nah.
I mean, I never, in no way, shape, or form, in my opinion, doesn't represent Krown Jewels. But I don't believe in killing people or nothing. But I low key would have been put glass in his food, like I mean, just
did
being
something to him.
Yeah, I'd have been.
I'm sure he being harassed. That's probably not even the worst of it. You know what I'm saying?
Not.
So I'll be doing a lot of stuff to him. Like I'll be definitely seeing him walking down the hall and just check him into some bars or something. Just real bodies. Yeah.
How do you think those people feel? You went in and killed innocent people. You sat with them for an hour while they prayed and talked to you, and then you still ended up killing them anyway. And now you sad because your feelings are hurt in prison.
Yeah.
They should be doing a lot more.
Man, let me see who else we got. All right, so look. I was torn a little bit onto which direction I was going to go with the show because there was so much stuff happening. And I really wanted to, like, celebrate Women's Day today. Mm-hmm. But I just got something else, man. It's just really, you know what I'm saying, bothering my spirit.
What you got, bro?
Man, Eva Marcile.
Okay.
Eva Marcile, man. So she has a daughter with, I guess, former artist Kevin McCall. Mm-hmm. And it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? I believe there was some domestic violence and some other stuff going on. It didn't work out cool. Right. She went off her own way. He went off his own way. Apparently, Kevin McCall still been struggling with life, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep himself upright. Right. She went on to get married. Mm-hmm. Seemed like she has a great relationship. They had more children. Yep. She got married. Her name changed. And so now she's decided, or had been thinking about for a while, changing her daughter's last name to her new husband's last name. And I think it actually went through, and now they're working on a process of getting, I guess he's going to adopt the daughter.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't know. I feel away. But I'm gonna get y'all take on that. What y'all feel about that?
LA people.
Look. I mean, I don't know their whole background. I watched that episode of is it Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah.
So I watched that episode. I don't know too much about how their relationship ended and, you know, behind that. I don't know. I mean, does he get to see her? Is he in her life?
No.
He's not in her life at all.
He's trying.
But
he's not being successful.
She been giving a stiff on for a long time.
She has.
Not to mention she on the other side of the country as well. Yeah. I believe she in Atlanta. Mostly, and he's in LA, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of hard.
It's tough,
and especially because the domestic violence. I mean, I can understand her probably having that stiff arm, not wanting to have her daughter go over there.
Definitely.
But I think he said her new husband. He's been in her life since she was, I think, like a few months, like one. Since she was like real young. Honestly, I just don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me personally. I think it'd be one thing if he was like, you know, like in her life, you know, he's seeing her,
right,
and, you know, doing his part, you know, paying his way.
That may very well be the case that he's just not there, and our boy been there, like you said, since
since she was like young. He said he's been there, so that's why he wants to adopt her, and then and the little girl in the episode said that she wants to be one of them because the mom changed her last name. The little girl said she wants his last name. So it wasn't just she just went and did it. The little girl said she wanted to be a part of
that information.
Because I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah. I watched the episode. She wants to be a part of them. So she doesn't want to feel excluded because she's the only one outside of the other children that they would have. They have one other one and she's pregnant or she just had another child, but she wants to be included with everybody else.
Okay.
So I don't see a problem with it. I feel it'd be one thing if she was just like, no.
Right, just grimy, just
like grimy, and just went and did it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't see the harm behind it.
That changed my perspective on it then.
Mine ain't changed. Because I'm this way. Like, okay, the the father. We know that he's been having issues just adjusting to whatever he's going through, whether it's psychological, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He got some issues. You know what I'm saying? Their relationship didn't work. Cool. It is what it is. He does display that he wants a relationship with his child, though. He may not be in the best form to have that relationship, but we human. We make mistakes. We all can change. We can redeem ourselves from what that is. And I'm a person, being pro-black, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm real big on lineage and knowing where you come from.
Right.
And not disrupting that line of where you come from. So you should be able, like when she grows up, if she forgets all of this, and she thinks that she's, what's that last name, Stalin? Or
Sterling.
Yeah.
I think it's Sterling.
So if she forgets, she like, oh, this is my dad. You know what I'm saying? She forgets about her real dad, and let's say she need a blood transfusion, a kidney, or you know what I'm saying? Who do you call for? What if she goes off and she meets a little boy one day, and the little boy name is McCall, and she started to date the McCall guy, and coming to find out this is her kinfolk. Yeah. I'm just big on not erasing that. And then I'm big on a child not being in the input of important decisions like that. Yeah. Cool, you may not want to be, you may want to feel included. And I think that's more so mothers' influence. Mothers, no knock to mothers. Mothers are terrific. And they always want to make sure that their baby is feeling included and not excluded. And they're great for that. But so sometimes life is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not excluded. You're going to get the best of everything. Right. But, you know what I'm saying? The dad might be trash, but the grandma might be great. The grandpa might be great. The uncles might be great. Yeah. The cousins might be great. Right. That's your family. And I just feel like that you can't erase that because you have a bad feeling towards the dad. Again, I don't have biological children. Yeah. But if my stepdaughter was like, hey, I want to take on the last name of Grant because everybody in the house name is Grant and mine is different, come back to me when you're 18. We'll talk about it. Like the Lori Harvey situation. Come back to me when you get grown and you can understand what you're doing because you can live with that decision on your own. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I'm big on being able to trace yourself back.
I get it.
I understand.
You know, they took that from us. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And they changed. Yeah. So with them taking that from us and changing our last names, and a lot of us don't know where we came from. Right. Like a lot of us don't know where we come from past our great grandparents. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so we need that. We need you to be tracked all the way through. I don't know. I just believe in lineage. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I can dig that. I guess it's hard not knowing all the facts.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I see both perspectives.
Yeah, I see your side. I think it's just hard. Yeah, it's just hard to say.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one, especially when he raised her from being a baby. Like, and it's no knock to the guy. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him because you know what I'm saying. I'm writing a book right now. You know what I'm saying?
Saw that.
Okay. Plug.
Y'all keep a lookout for this. This is the first time I'm really announcing it because everybody like, what's it about? I'm like, I don't know if I want to tell y'all what it's about. You might try to, but I'm writing a book right now, and I think I'm going with the title of "There's No Holiday for a Step-Parent."
I like that.
It's the importance of what step-parents do, how to come into that situation, how to know if that situation is for you or not. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so I'm actually working on that. It's something that I always kind of been boisterous about, you know what I'm saying? With me, you know, in this new world, it's difficult to date at a certain age.
With a lot blended family.
Yeah, blended family is everything now. You know what I'm saying? If you find a woman with one child, she's gold. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes women with no kids, it's just like having a kid. Because sometimes, you know, when you don't have a kid, you're a little bit self-absorbed, which you got the right to be. But yeah, basically the book is just, you know what I'm saying, finding your place in that blended family lifestyle. But step parents, everybody got a holiday. It's Grandparents' Day, it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, International Women's Day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's no holiday for the step parent. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so
that's true.
And them the parents that you step up when you don't have to. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you continue to be there. So I'm just trying to write a little book, give out.
I bet that'd be a dope read.
I'll read that.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming, man. I'm about 4 or 5 chapters in, man. I only started like a couple days ago.
You said stayed up until what? Almost 3 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, it was late. It was late. Like I could have finished it in one day because I got a lot of shit to say. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah, brother.
Speak your
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? I've been taking care of baby mamas for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Write a book about that next.
Hey, it's next. You know what I'm saying?
Taking care of baby mama.
Baby mamas.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, hey man, I had a lot of baby mamas in my day, dog. I said I want to start filing them on my taxes and stuff, man. They dependents and stuff.
Pick me.
But yeah, so in that situation though, man, I really do feel like I understand the little girl wanting to be included and stuff.
Right.
And I do understand that, like, man, the mother has to make the best decision for the child.
Right.
So I don't knock her for that. And I mean, and I understand, like I said, the step parent, he been in the pictures since she was young. So I get it. I just give it some time though.
Yeah.
Give it a little time before you. But it's done from what I hear. But just give it a little time to breathe. Cause I mean, one thing I tell you about being a step parent, when you have a child in the house, man, you can get that child everything. You can get them candy for breakfast. You can buy them all the gifts, all the toys, spend all the time, make them feel loved, hug them every day, kiss them every day.
Yeah.
They still gonna have that longing for their dad. It's real hard to you're not gonna replace that.
Yeah,
it's a genuine connection.
You gonna want to, even if you don't know them, you gonna want to know. You know how kids are. They think they dad don't do no wrong. Like that's my dad.
Yeah.
So it's like you got that genuine connection at all times. So it's one of them things that, especially with girl children, they dad could be gone out the picture for their whole life. And they'll welcome him back with open arms. Right. Dudes a little different. We be like, nah.
Right.
You've been gone, stay gone.
But the little girls, they'll open up for open arms. So that's why I'm like, it's still time to repair.
But
you know
I think
what I'm saying?
that guy, Sterling, he's the only one that she's ever known, though. So I don't know if that makes any difference to that. But I don't think she remembers her real dad. Because that's what Eva Marcile was speaking to, is that her new husband is pretty much all that she knows. See,
and there's so many layers to that situation.
It is. Like, how did he get to the point where he just completely, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess like Gary said, like he's been going through a hard patch, going through a rough time. He just can't get right.
I mean, kids is what pull you through, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
For some, I mean, sadly, I couldn't imagine.
That's why everybody's not built for that limelight either. And because he was feuding with Chris Brown a little bit, I think.
And that's who put him on.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's bit the hand that fed him, and
right,
all dried up.
And all dried up. And you heard from him since.
Nah.
Jeez.
Shout out to what's his name? I just forgot his damn name that quick. Kevin McCall. Is it Kevin? Kevin,
Kevin McCall.
Shout out to Kevin McCall, man. Like whatever you're going through, brother, you know what I'm saying? Find your light, man, and follow that direction.
Yeah, pray about it.
Yeah. And I pray that it ain't never too late for you to fix your relationship with your child, bro.
Right.
She's still young.
Yeah. So outside of that, man, this honey pot. Y'all heard about this honey pot?
Ridiculous.
So I don't really know much about the product because I feel like that wasn't my business. You know what I'm saying?
Really? I just found out what it really was.
I've seen it in Target for quite some time. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been out for a while.
I saw the commercial, but I didn't really think much of it.
Me neither, honestly. I thought it was lotion and hair product.
Yeah.
Until I found out it's not.
It's a big deal, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to her. I just seen her on the Breakfast Club the other day.
Okay.
Great interview, great speaking. And the thing that she said, and I think a lot of people can take a lot from that interview, is that she didn't seem bitter about. So hold on, before I jump there, let me just bring us up to speed. So basically, there's a feminine hygiene product called a honey pot. This black owned, black made, and was made as a product for our community, but not exclusive to our community, and just for women. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, when she had a commercial with Target. Target decided to sponsor to feature her for a Black History Month commercial, and she just was like, she's doing this for the young black girl who has a dream or a product, basically. Right. And soon after, white women. Just I be trying to look for politically correct. I ain't that politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Melanin challenge. But there was a lot of white women that went to Target website and they decided to just attack it, really make this a racial situation about this woman empowering young black girls. You know what I'm saying? And so It got real terrible. I think Target was trying to erase some of the comments, but what they actually did on the flip side is they spiked the sales.
Exactly.
Yep,
they boosted it, right.
Yeah. And so when I saw the young lady on TV talking about it, she pretty much was like, this the growing pains of business. Yeah. She was like, this it's an up and it's a downside, and this is the natural order of progression that I was supposed to take. Mm-hmm. So she didn't feel like a victim. She didn't feel like she didn't understand. She was just like, this is what I was supposed to go to. I was destined for this path. Yeah. Which I like. That's commendable as hell to accept.
We live it, so we know how to we should know how to respond to it, especially with that much on the line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a dope outlook, especially in this time we got where everybody's so quick to try to kill themselves, or I'm being bullied, or I can't take it, I can't hang. She just like, this what it is. Like, I ain't gonna stop making it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it was still a professional. She rose above. They aim high. No, they aim low, we aim high type thing. Yeah. We always take the higher road all the time.
In that instance, that was the case to take the high road. And sometimes I will argue that we don't need to be taking the high road.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was it right there.
So the thing that's shocking about the situation, bro, it's 2020. Yeah. And we still dealing with...
Was it really shocking though, bro?
It kind of is, bro, because I thought about this. So it was an incident this last week. So I'm from Missouri. I was in a program in Missouri when I went to school. Mm-hmm. It was called a desegregation program, which I can't believe that they let them get away with naming it that, because that just sound racial as a mug itself. Right. But it was a program where if you lived in the city of St. Louis, they would take your children and they would, by bus, ship them out to suburban schools. Okay. And they would get the opportunity to get an education out there, you know what I'm saying? And they would do it the opposite way, but I don't think too many people took them up on it coming the opposite way. Oh, no. But yeah, so some white people.
They're poor children, their lives are being taken.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I went to this school, or the school district, kindergarten through 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? I was always out there. But I lived in the hood. Like, I was just, you know what I'm saying? And I like my school, but I didn't care for the school too much. But my mom wouldn't let me go to it in a city school. And I used to beg too. But recently, one of my classmates, her daughter is attending the school district now. And she said that her daughter was at lunch with some of her friends. I think she had a mixed bunch of friends. Okay. And somebody airdropped her and her friends a picture of a white man spraying a water hose at a black baby running, and it said, "Go nigger somewhere else."
I saw that.
So she posted it on her page, like, my baby just received this. And I'm like, are you serious? Wow. And so as I'm looking into it, I'm like, damn, I went to that school from K through 12. Mm-hmm. I've never in my life had somebody call me a nigger to my face, and I dared them. But I used to fight, so they know not to.
Not to do it. Right. That's a no-go.
I think I got suspended at least once a year, you know what I'm saying, for fighting. So they knew not. Yeah.
Not you.
Oh, yeah. So they knew not to. They knew what to do, who to do that to. But at the same time, I think back when I went, the schools just blended well. Like, the white kids played football with the black kids. We was all on one team. You had the black kids and the white kids that used to make beats in the hallway and rap together. Yeah. They went to lunch together. I knew this person since kindergarten. So while we in 10th grade, I known them the whole time. And, it was just more blended. And I thought that, in my generation, I feel like we got called a nigga less than my parents. My parents got called a nigga less than their parents. And they got called nigga. Right, so I think as time progressed, it just kind of fell back. Okay. Now, I think you get, what is it called? Non-direct racism. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think you get that all the time. You ain't gonna never avoid that. But just going back to the primitive racism of just being like, we lynching, we calling people niggas, like, that's shocking to me.
Well, it's a disease that was dormant for a while, and Trump era brought it back.
Perfect way to put
full force. So it emboldened people. Yeah. Well, so if it's emboldened grandparents and parents, then of course it's going to embolden the kids. Right. Now, going back to what you said, no, they're not going to challenge you because they know you're going to throw them hands. You know what I'm saying? A child, they probably wasn't looking. She not going. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing that's crazy about it too, because this is one of my. I think I came out in 2002. the chick who daughter it is, she came out in 2000. So it just makes me think that the children that are in school, we went to school with their parents.
Right.
So where are you learning this from? You know what I'm saying? This was somebody we probably sat in class with.
Right.
It's kind of wild to me.
Right.
But like I've been telling everybody, apply that pressure to the school ass. Like we need to see some results of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to hear something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I see it in May
CNN. Can airdrops be traced?
Yeah. Oh, they know who did it already.
Okay.
Yeah, they got them. But like they real vague about what's going on. Like you know what I'm saying? They like we can't release that because
disciplinary action.
It's a what is it? It's considered student confidentiality
because he's a minor and all that.
Yeah, but see that's bull. Because I remember being in school. I remember somebody brought a gun to school one time, and they sent letters home with everybody like, "Hey, this student brought this home. They're expelled. It's over." You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, this right here is probably something considered a slap on the wrist, and we're not gonna blast them out there, which they should blast them out there for everybody to know. Look, this is really who this person is. This is who his parents about. This is what his family's about.
Let's call it what it is. It'll be a hate crime.
It's right. We don't never see that though. They don't never put them on blast like that.
So just looking back at that, looking at the young lady with a honey pot.
Yeah.
I'm like it is messing me up a little bit that we still have to address the racism. I thought we had got past that point and we just work in corporate America racism or, stuff like that, but it's crazy.
It's always there. It's always going to be there.
Teach kids to be vigilant, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And every time I step out the door, I'm vigilant. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, skeptical. I'm still watching, you just don't want to be taken advantage of, disrespected, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that shit.
Yeah, not at all. Y'all heard about Meg Thee Stallion?
But the little contract dispute.
Yeah.
I seen where she was talking about she really didn't want to end the contract. She just wanted to renegotiate.
Yeah.
So that's her qualm.
I feel like she did it kind of the wrong way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to social media. That's not professional. That's not the right way to get change done, get things done.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see Jay Prince speaking on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess naturally they usually you ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? Just take what they give you, and then when that's over with, then hey.
Yeah, especially since she haven't really put out her first album
right,
yet.
And that's where the issue stands. I think that's where everything got convoluted because you really haven't. You got hot off mixtapes or what have you, or singles. You haven't got hot off a real natural album. Yeah, and that's what you got to put out. That's probably what's in the contract.
I hate that for her though, because she knew, and this could be the demise. Like,
you think so?
I think so. If she got like a temporary
restraining order,
so she can release a project
released an EP yesterday.
Yeah, and so with that, she better put out as much as she can because if they like cancel it or pull it off, then she back to being silenced. And we in the microwave world, like you say,
and you gotta keep it going.
If she don't keep it going and dropping music and staying fresh and staying current and staying out there, that twerking stuff it ain't gonna.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say it's just deal with them, put out what you gotta put out for now. You know what I'm saying? With it being a microwave society, you can put out an album right now and put out another album in 9 months. If that fulfills your contract obligations, then you gone.
See, that's my thing. You can ask, hey, can we renegotiate? If they say no, then you just fulfill it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
and move on,
or put you out of some flat tummy tea or something, make some money, and then buy your way out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Why am I gonna let you out and you this hot? I'm foolish to renegotiate right now. If I'm you know what I'm saying, that's just business.
Unfortunately, it's business, and the music business is dirty.
It's grimy for sure.
It's grimy. So I mean, that's just kind of what it is. She should have just rode that wave until I mean, I love me some Megan Thee Stallion though.
Oh yeah, she go hard
too. Yeah,
I actually called her she was one of my freshmen of 2019. Like I thought that she was she's one of my favorite freshmen. Her and the baby.
Yeah,
I love me the baby.
Yeah, like them. I think they was like the hardest two of 2019. So I expected big things from her, but I did notice, like I was seeing more gossip sites post her than actual music come out.
Okay,
like she kind of was missing her wave because the baby been snapping like crazy.
Right.
Man. Since they opened the door for him, he's been nonstop.
Even Lil Baby as well. You know what I'm saying?
He just dropped a
album.
Yeah, I think the baby about to drop his third album.
Okay,
and it's less than 1 year since the first album.
Yeah.
So check that. There you go, right there.
Yeah. So that's what I'm like, damn, what May get? But yeah, she gotta. I hope that work out well for her, dog. Because I mean, from the way they described the contract, it seemed like it's okay.
Yeah, that's what everybody say the standard for a new artist, or unestablished artist, or what have you. So,
but I think she got bigger faster than she thought she would.
Right.
So a lot of people like, you know what I'm saying? She only make that much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that she didn't win. Like I think that's what Jay Prince said. She got Isaac Hayes the third.
Okay.
Commented on it. He said that she got Hollywood too fast.
Yeah.
And I think that could possibly happen where like she rubbing arms with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
She went straight through the stratosphere.
Yeah. And so she didn't have that slow grind first year like everybody else did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
the album build up.
Yeah. So let's go into this dope shit, no shit. I don't know if y'all got a chance to peep it, but there is a new Madam C.J. Walker movie coming out on Netflix.
Okay.
Yep.
Have y'all seen the trailer?
I seen it.
Yep.
Dope. I think dope shit.
I'm with it. Yeah.
Like it look good. They starting to have the Black empowerment movies come out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See.
Come on,
Yeah.
Black people for the culture.
Shout out to the Bankers about to drop too. I seen Nia Long do an interview and she about to push it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be. I think she said May or June.
That's the one that was coming out on Apple.
Yeah,
right?
and they canceled it because of the sex allegation or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they dropping that May or June. Shout out to them because I'm ready to see some shit like that. I need to see that money flow.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But yeah, Madam C.J. Walker, this one of the people you always hear about in Black history, but it's kind of quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of her.
Really?
Until you had out and I went and watched the trailer, I'd
Really?
never heard of her.
Yeah. See, that's important. We got first Black female millionaire.
Yeah.
Off of hair products.
Off of hair products.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, that is big.
Why we don't own enough beauty supplies? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's our market. We making them rich. They
We
said
don't
it's
have the plug.
That's a hub.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah,
True.
Exactly. When we went to what happened when we went to the hair thing, like the weave and all that, they started capitalizing because they're people from Asia.
Yeah.
And they taking their hair.
Right.
Yeah, they taking their own. Yeah.
Exactly.
We grew up back in 8 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't do that.
Yeah. But so yeah, y'all think dope shit?
Oh yeah,
dope
most
shit.
definitely
Yeah. I'll
dope
go see
shit.
that.
Heck yeah.
When's it come out on Netflix?
My guy Jordan Peele dropping Candyman.
Man.
Can't wait.
Man.
Hey,
I dig that trailer, bro.
Yes,
man,
I watched
hard.
it, loved it.
so hard, man.
they
Hey,
had the,
Candyman used to have me shook when I was a kid, bro.
I could not watch that movie. It took me until I was an adult to be able to watch that movie by myself.
Bro, I go in the bathroom looking at the floor. I didn't even want to think Candyman. No, I'm saying I would just look down. Like I don't even want to think Candyman into the mirror.
Right?
Like,
That movie had me shook.
man.
And that same man, he said, used to say my name.
Yeah, running that through.
Yeah.
That was cold. I was like,
I loved it.
Yeah.
Jordan dope, dog. I'm
Very
rocking
creative.
with him.
I've never seen this coming from him, creatively, I guess. You know, the
Yeah.
little comedy shows they used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious. Key and Peele.
But I never seen it on this stage, so it's dope to see that
all
progression.
His movies are good
Yeah.
so far. I've seen everyone he's put out, and I love them all.
Yeah. Like thought provoking. Like
Exactly. That captivating for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get that a dope shit too.
Yeah, I'm seeing the day of. Right when it comes out.
Already.
And new music, man. Drake dropped some new singles. What is it? The Chicago Freestyle.
What they want in freestyle, or what they say, what they want.
I don't know the titles, but I heard them both.
When
Love
they
it.
something.
I don't care. It's Drake. I love me some Drake.
I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't the biggest Drake fan, but the first song, when they
say
something like that. But he got that J sample in there.
Yeah.
That Dead Presidents. Man, that's still like one of my favorite Jay-Z songs, like of all time. Like, so when he did that and they didn't remix and mastered it, they got new snares and all kind of stuff. It's crazy. And then he did it in front of Jay projects, which I think he trying to shoot a subliminal that he coming for Jay. I think he coming. I think he trying to say he coming for Jay.
Man, he up there.
Man, you got to give him credit, dog. Like
music is good.
10 years straight. No flop. You know what I'm saying? No flop.
Nothing but bangers. Ooh, I love me Drake.
Even when he got destroyed by Push. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really consider that destroyed.
He didn't.
He turned around and dropped the album.
And it still went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then the freestyle, the Chicago freestyle was hard. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Drake on that.
I was seeing people were having problems. They said he was taking slugs his baby mama.
Yeah, called her a fluke.
Yeah, he did.
Look, I had to look that up.
Naturally, it was a fluke.
I mean, he wasn't lying. It wasn't wasn't a negative.
Bro, like he paid to clean her up, bro. That's how your money on another level.
Yeah.
Like she was like a little soft porn
right
video chick.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so she was like the first Only page. I mean, Only fan. And, he cleaned her up. He made her make her page private. He started putting her in dresses and stuff. Yeah. He was like, you can't mess up the image.
Eventually, he knew it was coming.
Yeah, you can't mess up the image. You know what I'm saying? Put your page on private. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So yeah, but that's all I got for No Shit Dope Shit. I know it's a couple projects that came out.
That Rush to 5'9", man.
Rush to 5'9". I listened to that. I ain't never listened to Rush to 5'9" before.
Really?
Nah.
Ah, man.
Because I just thought he was. I remember Royce the 5'9" when he first came out with Eminem.
Okay.
And he was doing that Rock City. I just thought that was trash, and I just thought he was just kind of corny looking with the wave caps and shit on. Yeah. So I was just like, I'm cool on him, and I just didn't. Honestly, I didn't like nobody out of Eminem camp.
Okay.
Like, I just thought the whole D12 Eminem. I just thought Eminem was corny. Like, I just couldn't relate. And so
I feel you.
I just never listened to him. But I put the project on while I was working at work, and that shit a classic, bro.
Yeah, and he produced all that by himself.
That's dope. He got some nice samples. The skits, I ain't heard skits on the project in a long time.
That's so
Great
vital.
skits.
It's like I just really want to separate the skits and just have my kids listen to them every morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was kicking some knowledge.
Yeah, it's a classic project.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get classics there, you know what I'm saying, that often, but classic project.
Jada had a new one come out as well.
I seen that. It came out yesterday. I ain't get to catch it, though.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I ain't catch nothing that came out yesterday, and it seemed like it was a lot that came out yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, cause Meg came out yesterday.
Yeah, it was an EP. Lil Baby came out last week.
Was it last week? I'm behind because I'm just starting to listen to it.
I caught Bankroll Fresh though. I don't know. A lot of people ain't hip to Bankroll Fresh. He was an Atlanta artist.
Yeah.
He was coming up. He was under that 2 Chainz umbrella, like with the street execs and all of that. And he was gunned down in 2016.
Yeah.
And that was his summer that you would have knew about.
He was about to blow up.
Yeah, so he was super dope. He was one of my favorites, but cause I like underground people that people ain't hip to yet, so I could vibe out way before.
Right.
I was like that with Roddy Ricch. I was like that with the Baby. Like, I like to listen to him before time, and then when everybody get hip to him, I be like, all right, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all, people like that crack me up. I'm like, why? Then they stop. They're like, oh, everybody else doing it. I'm good.
I don't know. I always been that way, man. Like I remember being a kid and Feelus was hot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everybody will go get the orange and white. I go get the black and greens, just because I don't want y'all
like
got. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with the different lane.
Yeah. So he died. Had a lot of unreleased music.
Okay.
And so they've been teasing for 4 years that he had a project coming, but you never knew when. So I think maybe Friday last week, they started saying, hey, he coming on the 4th. And so they dropped it. I listened to the project. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? I got to go through it again before I really give an opinion about it.
Okay.
But you can tell it was what they call it,
posthumous.
Yeah. You could definitely tell because it was so feature driven.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got
so
like
much you can put together. Like,
yeah. So I tried to follow up just to keep, you know, so they'll drop a single here and there every year, but it was cool. But I want to go back. I need to vibe out to it. I need to like get in the car and just really let it jam out. Yeah. But who else had something?
Janae
Aiko. I heard about 2 songs on there, and they was going hard.
They vulgar. I guess they back in love.
Yeah. Oh, what? They back in love. That's something to jam to, you know, on a late night on your way home when you're in your feelings. Yeah. I'm gonna do it tonight.
So yeah, like that was I'm gonna have to get into her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right on.
I heard a lot of stuff about her as well. But other than that, man, I think that's our show. Y'all got something?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. That's pretty much all of my thoughts as well. That's what's been popping.
Y'all voting? Y'all going for Bernie? Going for Joe?
I ain't turned in my little registration card yet. It's just sitting on my counter.
Hey.
Sorry.
Man.
I don't know nothing about these people, man.
I don't know enough. I would say I don't know enough to vote.
Yeah.
Because I don't have cable. I don't sit there and keep up with it like that. So I don't keep up with it. Whatever pops up on my Facebook feed is what I see. That's it.
Facebook news.
And when I hear word of mouth, that's it.
All right, well, shoot, we out there, man. I'm going to go and wrap this up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep y'all posted, though, on some local voting stuff. I've been looking. I've been trying to do my research.
Yeah, that's what I would like to discuss. So
yeah.
Next time we come back, we get it on with that. That's what's important to us.
Yeah.
I got to turn in my registration card for that?
Well, not yet.
Oh, okay.
You got time.
I got time, okay.
But we out, man. Shout out to International Women's Month. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all. Hey, go back and listen to the old podcast, Black Superwoman Syndrome. That's one that I did for Women's Month last year. That's still super dope. It'll help you relate to yourself with a couple of therapists that I had. So that's one of my favorite shows. Check that out. Other than that, it's Krown Jewels with a K. Follow us on all platforms. Y'all got something? Y'all want to drop y'all handles? Or?
James Gemini, I ain't trying.
Brown Sugar _19.
Hey.
Tonight a bite.
Tonight a bite. I gotta go change it now.
Hey. Well, all right. We out then.
Peace.
All right, peace.